Hello again, all. Just here on this awesome warm day, finally. Me and my dad just got our Mighty Mite tractor running. So this has sort of been on the back burner now for about the last half year or so. We tore everything down and I found another motor for it. We found a hood for it. And hoods are a bit of a booger to find, but we got lucky. But here's what we got. Me and my dad put a lot of time in this. It's a 1948 Mighty Mite tractor. They produced these from 1946 to 1948 with the Briggs ZZ motor on them. Then after that, in 49, I believe they changed the hood on it to look a little bit more rounded, and they put a Model 23 Briggs on it. But this is the last year of the ZZ in this hood style. Beautiful little tractor. Me and my dad did a whole bunch of work on this thing. Most of these tractors are about 95% red. Me and my dad figured we'd change it up a little bit and paint the grill black on it. And some of the engines are in red on these, but we decided to go with black on that too. Just trying to change it up. Put a black foot plate on it, diamond plate. Good running little ZZ motor. That little thing, it runs like a top. This is the Mighty Mite tractor that were, I believe, made down in Texas by a chainsaw company. Here's these are your decals on this tractor, as far as I know. It's a Model 10, number 2257. I also believe after 48, this company, when Mighty Mite sort of, well, they sort of sold out, sort of didn't. They started selling the frames to other companies like Frazier, Ottawa, and they sold the frames and the rear ends, and then say like Frazier, they put a twin cylinder, two-stroke, like a rototiller motor in them. They did. They're pretty rare. I've only ever seen maybe two of them. And Ottawa's, they're another version. They were changed around, different paint scheme. Essentially the same body and everything. It's just different motor and everything, I believe. But I believe here, the Mighty Mite Model 10, I believe they made around 3,000 or so of them, give or take. This is actually the most common one, where the other models are around only a few hundred made. But in general, it's still a fairly rare tractor. Me and my dad actually picked this up at a tractor show. The guy had it sitting out. He was gonna modify some random motor to stick in it. He was more or less gonna take it all apart and just rearrange everything and just make it into like a dune buggy. Well, me and my dad saw it, and the guy had it at the show. He wanted to put it into a dune buggy, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to quite put the effort into it quite yet. So we kind of asked him what he wanted for it, if he'd sell it. Well, the older guy said it's less for him to deal with. He has a whole bunch of other projects he wants to mess with. So we gave him a couple $100 for it. No hood, but that's how we ended up buying this tractor. So it's kind of neat. But yeah, very unique little things. Here, the front rims on these are split. Kind of different. We had a Beaver tractor a couple years ago with something similar to that. Yeah, they all split. How well you can see. All split rim. Make sure it's in neutral. There we go. Neutral. This here is your clutch. It clicks in place. A little clutch starts going. I think the clutch maybe could use a little bit of adjustment, but it's not bad. What I'll do here, I'll take a little spin on it once. Let's see if I can get my butt on here. These things aren't exactly the easiest to get on for a guy that's over 6 foot. Got a brake for each tire in the back. It's got the same 3-speed. I think it's a T96, very similar to what's on my economy tractors. It's got the same shift pattern. Up to the right is second, down to the right is third, to the left is reverse, and down to the left is first. This one's also got the throttle on it, the original throttle. A lot of times these are missing. Yeah, this one here is half decent. I managed to build it up a little bit with some weld and file some out the grooves again, file some of the teeth out. That turned out really well. That's second right now. Sadly, we don't got no attachments for it yet. But they're hard to find in general, I'm sure. Yeah, we put all new tires in the front and new tires in the back. Like, speed it up just a little bit, pop it to third. Little thing cruises along pretty good too. Finally getting some decent weather out here again. We got 50 degrees out here today, and that's like a heat wave. This whole year it's been around either around 0 or below 0, so I'll take it. Yeah, I believe this thing's around 9 horsepower, give or take. Depending on where you set the governor on the ZZ, 8, 9. I've seen them as little as 6, but I usually figure around 9-ish. Very slow running motor, a lot of torque. The Model 23 is the replacement for it. Or a direct replacement, I suppose. That clutch is slipping a little bit. I gotta adjust that clutch up just a little. Old Faithful. No. Alrighty, so I hope everyone enjoyed the ride. I know I did. Later.